Hi there, and welcome to ClubGG channel, where we are talking about poker and how to create and manage an online poker club in the best way. Before we get started, I would like to say thank you to those who are watching my videos, to those who support my videos by any way. And if you would like to join to my club or join to my union, please reach out to me in WhatsApp or Telegram first, because I'm not accepting new poker players unless I know them. Also, if you already for a while thinking about that it's time to create an online poker club, you have resources, you have time, you have passion for it, but you just don't have experience and you don't know where to start, don't feel shy, reach out to me and I will help you as much as I can. Okay, let's get started. So this is the last video of series Union on ClubGG, and it will be kind of like a summary of my previous videos where I was talking about general concept of the union, how it works, why people join or create the union, what you have to be ready for if you join to the union, and last one was more technical aspects of the union, how to create, how to manage, how to establish cooperation with your partners and what type of cooperation and what additional tools you will have if you create a union. This video is more like a summary and my personal insights about the union. Let's start from cons. So the first point and the biggest advantage of creating union and joining the union is diversity of the games, diversity of the stakes, and a bigger player pool. This is the main reason why people create the union and join to the union, because they want to give their players more option, more games, options, and the game will run in the union 24/7, and consequently it will bring you a bigger profit. The second pros is prestige of the club. Okay, if you in a bar or in a poker club, you met some guy and you invited him to your club. That guy even download the app, he opened the app and he can see that there is no running tables, no game, no upcoming tournaments. He might have some doubts about your club, about you. But if you're part of the big union and that guy managed to download the app, join your club, he opened the app and he can see a few tables running, even if it is late night. He can see lots of upcoming tournaments. Jackpot bit is very big. He might think that, oh, you managed to develop your club so big and so powerful till now. You definitely trustworthy person, because if you would have some trust issue with some of your players, you wouldn't be able to manage to grow so big. Okay, so it's kind of solidifying your club once you are part of the big union. Next moment is retaliation is higher. So let's say you managing a club for 100 players and you decided to make big free roll for $1,000, where you will be giving away $1,000. So these $1,000 will be spread among 100 players. Some of those players will become active, they will bring you revenue in the future, and some of players will invite their friends. But still, if you would make the same investment, the same tournament in the union for 500 players, you even can make collaboration with other members of the union, and each of you can invest $200. The retaliation, the return from that investment will be much higher than if you would act individually. 500 players will each of them, they will invite their friends, join to your union, to your club. Some players will become active, and no matter what investment, what type of promotion you will use, if you make it for bigger scale for bigger amount of players, it retaliation will be higher. Next point is better resistance to the crises. If crisis hit your country, your company, your city, first expenses people will cut off, it will be poker. If your individual club run have game 3 times per week, few hours in the evening, so when crisis happens, you will struggle even make 3 games per week. And those players, remaining players who still would like to play, they would open the app 1 time, no game. They will open app 2nd time, and will be no game. Then they will just go to your competitors or will search for the game elsewhere. Meanwhile, if you are part of big union, in your good times, you're running 5 tables simultaneously. Maybe in a crisis time, the union will have 1 table running, but it will be stable table, and those remaining players who still want to play, they will always know that no matter when they will open the app, the game always there. They can join, they can play, and they will not go elsewhere to search for a game. Okay, it will be easier for you to survive the crisis. The last advantage of unions is development. Of course, development. If you have great ambitions, if you want to grow from a small individual club to a big union for 10,000 players, go internationally, union is right thing to do, because you don't have a limit for your growth. The bigger you are, the more partners, the more potential players you will attract, and it will be growing exponentially. Okay, now let's talk about cons. The biggest one, there are not that many cons, to be honest, but there are some, and I would like to mention about them. So the first one and the biggest one is ecosystem. If initially your club was created just for yourself, for your friends, for your coworkers, and there were no professional poker players or like very tight players, once you join to the union or once you create a union, players from other clubs might be very strong professional poker players, very tight players, and the game will change dramatically. The game will become more tight, more competitive. Maybe other clubs will take advantage of your players at the very beginning. After a while, some of your players will stop playing or just evolve. They will become more selective about their starting hands. They will play tighter. So it will be very difficult to preserve the nice, entertaining ecosystem inside of your club. You can apply some tools like rebate system, but you cannot make, even if you are very selective about who you invite to your club, you cannot make sure that other members of the union will do the same. Okay. Next moment is decision making and flexibility in settings of the club, of the union. Once you join to the union, okay, it could be advantage for some people, for big part of the people who are watching this video, it could be advantage. So once you join to the union, you do your stuff, you develop your business. Poker, it's a stable side business which will continue growing, continue bringing you revenue, stable revenue, and you hands off creating tables, managing tables, thinking about promotional line, create tournaments every day. All you will need to do is to just do top-ups and withdraw chips for your players, and that's it. You have very stable income. So for some people it could be a big advantage, but for a situation like um, two of your drunk buddies in the middle of night would like to play heads up because they make some conflict, they make some bet, and they ask you, could you create heads up tables just for us without rake at all? And if you are a part of the union, you cannot cannot make it because it's just unacceptable. Okay. Next moment is once you grow big, you will expose yourself to potential fraud. Uh, no matter what resources you will use to promote your club or your union, it could be online, it could be offline. Once you grow big, you will kind of like attract some people who would like to take advantage of you. Even from my YouTube channels, and people contacted me and they were talking with me for days about the cooperation, and in the end it turns out that they just want to take advantage of me. It was just waste of time in my case, but be aware that it's unavoidable, but some people might try to take advantage of you. The last cons is potential conflicts within the union, conflicts between you and your partners. Situations could be very different, and everything depends on your negotiation skills, how you're going to handle some critical situations. Some club owners might think that the current situation, current cooperation not really fair. For example, they can provide very few players, but it could be whales, it could be key players which make action. One player sit down at the table, and he because of him that table appear and runs for the whole night, and only one player lose a lot of chips to the rest of the table, and another club is six solid poker players which take advantage of that one player. So they generate a lot of rake, they generate a lot of profit for that club owner, and they won from that one player. So the club owner of that club, they might feel the situation is not really fair. So you may apply some tools like rebate tools. You can make the club which win a lot, he compensate to the club which lose a lot. You may try, you may give him some extra bonus. You may try to handle this situation in the best way, because you need both of them and you want to make everyone happy in your union. Okay, let me make a summary. In my personal opinion, creating union, joining the union, there are much more advantages than disadvantages. On the one hand, when you create a union, you have you immediately increase your stability, your profit, player pool, the game run, more game, more variety of the games. And on another hand, there is no limit for a growth. Only in one situation I would suggest you to stay individual, stay independent from the union, is if you have access to constant stream of new players and your club is running stably right now. The ecosystem of your club is very nice, it's purely entertaining club, and you work in a bar or you work in a poker club where you can select some recreational players, and you can invite them to your club, so you have access to new players. In this situation, I would suggest you to stay independent, don't join to the union, and be selective. But if you still work independently, but you don't make any selection, your club contain 50-50 recreational players and solid tight players, in this situation will be wiser for you to join to the union, um, because it makes no difference for you. Your club containing both recreational and professional poker players anyway, so better for you to have more game, um, more traffic, let's say like this. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope it was informative for you, interesting. If you have any questions, don't feel shy, ask me in comments below. I will be happy to reply to any of your questions, and good luck.